She's got 14 assists here on the match. Riley Hallman had 8 assists before going down with an injury in the early portion of that second set. Of course, we mentioned that Peyton Cole already not available tonight. She banged her hip really hard last week, chasing after a ball in the first match of the Morgan State Towson invite last week against Kent State, and has been out since then. The Privateers, though, through all of that, have now asserted themselves a 2-0 lead. Now New Orleans looking to go to the tape here in this third set. Martina Lubavitch will serve here for the Golden Lions to start set number 3. She sends it over on the line, and Mbaya receives. Akir Scales will start this set as Mayoni is blocked, and that is eventually down. Getting turned away there was Alessandra Mayoni by Ashanti Butler and Samantha Newman, and the first point for Arkansas Pine Bluff. Serve over, Moss receives, set it up here on the outside for Sapp, and Vinay Sapp with the kill. Just not enough of a block touch there, and it falls in front of the Golden Lions back row. The closest to it was Reeves. And now Kyla Baker subs in. Baker, also a Maryland native from Paint Branch, Maryland, sends this one over to Newman. Set it up here for a kill attempt that's turned away, but continued by Reeves. And now just a two-hand push over. There's Roundtree. Eciroglu, easy set. This is for Sapp, and that one is dug out there by Lubavitch, chasing it down Giatek. Free ball over. Now Mbaya passes. Tight set from Eciroglu for Roundtree. That one goes wide, and a point for Arkansas Pine Bluff. Now the Golden Lions will serve here with Samantha Newman. Serve over, Mbaya stays with it. Moss bump sets. Here's Roundtree leading into that one, and the touch kill from Courtney Roundtree. She shows so much power and force, and that time she showed her prowess for being able to go off speed when the opportunity presented itself. And Lainey Alamon now in for the Privateers, and she will serve. Deep serve over, Newman receives, Lubavitch sets it up, and that is turned away. That is Courtney Roundtree, who's there for the block. Serve over from Alamon. It's received and now set it up here for a spike from Giatek. Early goings on, just back and forth here. Serve received, Alamon. Eciroglu sets this for Roundtree, touches it over. That was dug out. Now set it up for a kill attempt, and a miss hit that time on the Golden Lions. Now Vinay Sapp will serve. Privateers with a 4-3 lead. Serve over, received, and now it's going to be set up here for a swing attempt by Reeves, dug out by Sapp that time. Here's a swing from Mbaya, and that's going to be a point for Celia Mbaya and the Privateers, as the block went out of bounds. Serve over, that is received, and now going to be set here for a swing attempt. That one is dug out, but we got a whistle and a net violation on the Privateers. They called it on Mbaya, and a point for Arkansas Pine Bluff, who now leads at Privateers lead at 5-4, but Golden Lions on serve. Serve over from Giatek, that's an ace. Moss was going to her right, just saw it a bit late that time, and is a service ace for Swiatek. We're back on level terms here in set 3. Swiatek serve. Moss gets underneath this time. Tight set. Eciroglu just tried to jump it over. That was turned away, but Moss trickles it over the tape, having to stay with it there. Were the Golden Lions. Now it's just pushed back and forth like a pinball. Roundtree on the slide. That's a kill for Courtney Roundtree. Now Ella Moss to serve. Sends it over, serve, receive. And a set here, that one goes wide, no touch. And a point for the Privateers. The miss on the swing that time from Haley Reeves. And it's 7-5 New Orleans. Now, there is going to be a challenge, I believe, issued. So it's going to be our first look at a replay. I think the Golden Lions are appealing if there's going to be a touch on this play. Meanwhile, both teams have returned to their respective benches. See if we can get another look at it ourselves as well from up here. Privateers currently with a 7-5 lead, and well, here's your look at it. And yeah, I mean, it's so tough to tell from that angle. If anybody had touched it, maybe it was Eciroglu, but it's just really tough to tell. Of course, there are other replay cameras here around the building. We'll also see, did Alamon touch this? She did not. So yeah, it really is dependent on whether that got the very outside of the right hand of Defne Eciroglu is what they're appealing. At first blush, if I had to guess, and this is a close one, I don't think there was a touch here, but we're going to get the ultimate verdict here from the officiating crew here tonight. And running the replay tonight, actually former Privateer student athlete, Gabby Cartagena. You see there in front of the laptop there. Gabby, of course, transferred to the Privateers women's basketball team from Troy, played her lone season left of eligibility with head coach Trelane Powell and the Privateers last year. And again, this is certainly I don't think there's going to be enough conclusive evidence, is my guess at this one. It doesn't. And a point here for Arkansas Pine Bluff. Now back to serve. It will be Trinity Gibbs. She sends it over. Sapp just gets underneath, but that's an ace. Sapp got to it a little bit late. She was just kind of sprawling for it and just couldn't really keep it up for anybody else to really get a second touch on that one. Serve over. Alamon with the reception that time, and now Scales! Akir Scales, a monster swing. Akir, who played a lot more in the middle towards the end of last year and saw some very efficient kill numbers down the stretch of the season. The senior out of Wichita, Kansas. Now it could be a service ace, and it is. The senior out of Wichita, Kansas, Scales with the monster swing, and now Defne Eciroglu with a service ace, and the Privateers to a 3-point lead. Serve over, that is received, and it's going to be set up here for a tap over. Moss tried to save it. It's right back on the Privateer side. Now a push by Scales, and it is Giatek. Now a swing. Sapp digs it out on the back row. Eciroglu center dump rejected, but kept alive by Sapp. Now Mayoni a swing, and that's going to be a kill. A net violation on Arkansas Pine Bluff. Now the serve over, received, and it's going to be set cross court for Newman, and that is turned away on the block. Right there, Scales and Mayoni. And a timeout will be called here by Arkansas Pine Bluff.
At Osher Andrews Sports Medicine Institute, we know that sports injuries can be unpredictable, but proper treatment is essential to a safe recovery and avoiding repeat injuries. It's important that you seek care from a sports medicine specialist who is an expert in rehabilitation. Our care plans include building back flexibility, balance, endurance, plus psychological support to get you back in the game. To learn more about sports injury prevention and treatment, visit oshner.org/sportsmed.
At the University of New Orleans, our programs make a difference in the lives and careers of our students. Graduate with less debt, so after graduation, you can focus on what's important, your future. Apply.uno.edu.
What a rotation here for Defne Eciroglu and the Privateers. Akir Scales has made a huge impact, especially with her length and her leaping ability. The highest leaper on the team is Scales. She has been a big part of this run here for the Privateers to get to a 5-point advantage. Now Eciroglu to serve once again. She's already had an ace in this service rotation. Could she have another? No, Pine Bluff just keeps it alive. A hit over, goes long. It's as good as an ace, though. It got Pine Bluff out of system. And the junior out of Ankara, Turkey, Defne Eciroglu, has helped the Privateers put the hammer down here. Serve received, and it's going to be Giatek who sets this one. A touch over the block, but good cover. Mayoni chasing it. Here's Mbaya off the block touch. Newman to her knees, gets it. Here's a swing. Sapp digs. Eciroglu sets for Scales, who goes with the right hand that time, but dug out. Now a try here from Newman, and that's blocked. And it's Mayoni and Scales on the combo block that time. Take another look at that one. The cross-court set, and Mayoni right there on the block. Scales going in support. Here's the set for a swing, and that one is blocked, or off the block touch, dug out by Sapp, and then sent back over in a free ball. And now Giatek's swing. Sapp tries to dig. Great effort, but it went into the middle of the net and could not be played further. And Pine Bluff breaks the service rotation. And they needed that one badly as they trail 2-0, and by a half dozen points, 14-8. To serve Amaya Jones, and that's going to be an ace. Sapp was running to it, but it was good spin on that serve there by Jones, and it could not quite be read properly that time on the Privateer side. The serve into the net just underneath the tape. The Privateers will get it back here on the service error of Arkansas Pine Bluff. Golden Lions haven't had a lot of service errors here tonight, but there have been some costly ones at the most inopportune times for UAPB. Serve over received, and that's going to be set up here for Newman off the block touch. Eciroglu the dig, and now Moss for Mayoni. Mayoni the cross-court kill. Alessandra Mayoni, the southpaw. scores another point for the Privateers, who lead it now 16-9. Finish line is in sight for New Orleans. Mbaya's serve, that is received by Giatek. Running to set that one was Lubovic for the swing, and that one is down inbounds for the kill for UAPB. Point for the Golden Lions. 16-10. Standing serve goes into the net. And again, a point given away there on the service line. That is service error number 6 on UAPB tonight. Kyla Baker to serve. Baker sends this one over. Serve received by Newman. Going to be set Lubovic, and Giatek, a missed jump, but there with cover that time was Henry, and now a swing from Giatek gets the point. Well, that was very unorthodox. Wires crossed there for UAPB, but they made it work, and it was because of the cover of Janaria Henry. The Golden Lions, very active libero, who's just so quick and light on her feet around the court, and she has kept some balls alive here, certainly tonight. Serve over, received by Mbaya. Eciroglu to set for Roundtree. A hammer of a hit, but that one was dug out by Newman. And now a swing. That one goes off, a deflection for a point for UAPB. Haley Reeves with the kill. Golden Lions trying to make a run here. Mbaya with the reception. Now it's going to be set for Sapp. And Vinay Sapp. With Courtney Roundtree jumping as well. Looked like the Golden Lions were just kind of deked out a little bit. Now, taking a look at that one, that was the end of that play. It was Sapp with the kill, but Roundtree, I think, got the attention of UAPB. They thought the ball was going to her, but a nice serve reception and quick transition defense to offense there as Ashanti Butler with the kill. Gets Arkansas Pine Bluff back on serve. Serve deep, too deep. It goes out. Serve, that's short, and just getting to it, but that's a free ball. And Celia Mbaya, Vinay Sapp with the short serve, pulled the wool over the eyes of the Golden Lions. It wound up being a free ball and a desperate